So there are five basic steps in making money, moving from misery to abundance. And if you're really going to close that gap, I don't know what stage that you are at the moment, but I can tell you with certainty that you can close that particular gap. It's all a matter of your decision and determination. So if you're a school teacher who earns practically lower than you would need on a monthly basis, you're constantly beaten by your bills and unable to be able to meet your basic life, then it's time for you to have a rethink and begin to take steps towards evicting yourself from the rat race and setting yourself off for a very delightsome experience in the future. And the truth is that because you earn very low, it has become very, very difficult for you to even save or for you to even invest. So this simply means that your expenses, your income is chasing your expenses. And when that happens, it leaves you with either struggling or puts you in debt. And none of these two conditions will give you your preferred life. It will poison your passion and your pursuit. You know you're limited by a lot of things once you don't have adequate income to meet your goals. So that simply means you would need these five simple steps I'm about to share with you in order to be able to get out of that conundrum, right? As it is called, right? You deserve a good life, right? And it's not that you don't have the money making abilities, right? So this is the reason why this is especially very important for you if you will take it. So there are five simple steps, and I call them the STAR model, right? So it begins with your mindset, and then we go to your mastery, and then we go to your model, then we go to your marketing, and then we come to money, right? So let's start with your mindset. What exactly is your mindset about money? Do you think money or getting wealthy is only for a few selected people? The truth is this: the gap between the poor and the rich is that the rich create money or create wealth out of their creativity, while the poor use their time and energy to pay for all the things that they need. So it looks like you're using almost your life to pay for everything. So you see, you have to be there, you have to go to work, you have to work extra hours to make more money to do this. But the rich use their mind and their imaginations and their communications to be able to multiply their money. Mind and machine to be able to what? Enlarge their wealth. Are we together? So as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So if you think that you're poor, you're going to live poor and you're not going to like yourself at all. So that you're a teacher does not mean that you cannot be wealthy. There are wealthy teachers. I know a teacher. When you say a coach is equally a teacher. It's just that its audience is different from your own, right? And we'll come to speak about that when we come to the model, right? So your mentality, your mindset matters a lot, right? If you have the mindset of scarcity, you think that this is where you belong and this is where you will remain, then you remain there. You see, no amount of money is going to help you if your mindset cannot carry the amount of money coming to you. So, and that's the reason why they say if somebody has a poor mentality, if you give him millions of naira, he will lose that money because what he has not developed the mental capacity to be able to handle such money. If you call 1 million naira for some people, they might collapse, right? That's because they have not trained their mind to be able to accommodate that kind of money. So see yourself as a millionaire, even though your salary may not point to you as a millionaire. Even though you are not looking at, you might be looking at yourself that, okay, you don't even qualify for the good life, right? You see yourself as a third class or a fourth class citizen. No, that's not true. You've got to change all your limiting beliefs. You have to crush them, right? You've got to crush them, right? And then number two is mastery. Nobody, when you are a master, things come to you very easily. I'm talking to you now because I've developed mastery. I've been teaching for close to 2 decades, right? And I've taught at different level. So because of my consistency in doing what I'm doing and my conscious continuous improvement has enabled me to develop mastery in communicating my value. Just about 2 or 3 days ago, I was sharing my thoughts on risk-based internal audit. Even though I'm not a practicing accountant, I'm a qualified accountant who have experience in banking. So I was able to facilitate that course, which took about 4 to 6 hours, right? With those people coming from different industry, from the pension industry, from the insurance industry, from the sales industry, from a luxury item sales industry, right? I was able to facilitate because why? I've developed the mastery. I understand how to communicate with people. I know how adults learn. I know how to create scenario and exercises that will get them involved and get them learning, right? That's about mastery. So when you have mastered, if you're a chemistry teacher, if you are, no matter the subject or no matter the area in which you teach, once you are able to master what you're doing, delivery is simple so that you can create the delightsome experience, solve problems, be able to remove whatever obstacles are in the way of those that you communicate with. You create value for them easily. The value that you create far outweigh whatever amount you are charging for what you do, right? So your mastery makes you magnetic as a person. So that's primarily important as well, right? And mastery comes with time. For a normal in the kung fu or in martial arts rather, for you to move from a normal apprentice to a master normally takes like 3 to 5 years, and in some cases 8 to 10 years. So after doing something repeatedly for 10 years, maybe you've been teaching for 5 years or for 10 years, you are good enough to do what? To have written, you have become an authority in that particular that niche or that space, that you can author a book, you can coach other people that are just coming in. You have the privilege of experience, good, bad, and ugly, right? You have what do you call it? You have interacted with different kinds of students. You can look at the student and tell this. You have the mastery of developing what we call the lesson notes, which is the same thing as your course content or the curriculum, right? You know what and what to put in place. You know how to score access students. You have the emotional intelligence. You know customer service. All these are part of your mastery. So the third thing to do is your model. You must have a model, right? You must have a model. Now, when we say a model simply means a framework, right? A method, a series of steps logically that brings a person from beginning till the end, right? Step by step process that leads a person out of a particular problem or that solves a particular problem. That is it. So making money comes from solving problem. And everything that I'm saying, they come from your money making abilities. And the moment you're able to convert your money making abilities into what? Income producing assets, what happens? Money will naturally come to you. So when we say money making ability, the ability to teach, to talk, to communicate, to solve problems, to diagnose, to interact with people, those are money making abilities. Are we together? So converting them to income producing assets simply means like writing a book, like creating a course, like getting extra lessons, selling yourself. Those are income producing assets. When you create a product or a service, that's an income producing asset. So by the time, that means you have transferred your mindset and your mastery into a money making as an income producing asset. So you see, your mindset, your mastery are your money making ability. Then you have courage as well, which is part of your mindset. Now you produce what? You create an income producing asset, which is either a good or a service. Can you see that now? So when you have produced a good and a service, inside your model should be a marketing formula, a system of selling yourself out. Probably you could use the internet. You can simply reach a lot of people. With this video, I could reach quite a number of people by simply putting it on my social media platform. I have about 12,000, 15,000 followers on my Facebook channel, and then you have all other social media channels where you can what? Tell people about what you do. You can communicate your mastery, talk to people whether online or offline, right? So you have marketing. So the next stage is what? Marketing. Let people know, be visible, be findable. You can easily, there are free tools that can help you start, right? You can go to Seller, write a book, upload it on Seller, market it, talk about it. You can create a service, a coaching class, probably through WhatsApp, right? Online is the easiest way. Make it as affordable as possible, right? 2,000, 5,000 naira to teach a particular problem. It might be in chemistry. Find out exactly where students have problem, where people have problem. No, what can you do with your chemistry knowledge? Is there any product, household product that people use on a daily basis that you can make? So if that is there, so why waste time? Create that product, solve a particular problem for people, and then let people know that this particular thing works. This is coming out of your experience, out of your learning and everything, and then make it available for people for a token, right? Then that's where you get to the money. So you see, these 5 steps can actually remove you, disconnect you, divorce you totally with financial misery and financial stress. You can continue in this particular with this level of income and the rate at which price of goods and services are skyrocketing on a daily basis. With the inflation infested economy that we live in, it's time for you to actually take a bold step and ensure that you are not left behind. And if you would start today, starting today, you would rethink these things and sit down and begin to set financial goals, right? If you want to become a millionaire in 2025, you've got to start to plan now. January is not for planning, according to one of my friends, right? January is not for planning, so you've got to sit down to plan it. Now, if you earn 100,000 and you want to earn another extra 100,000, what will I do? What can I create? How many people do I need? You've got to do the mathematics. So you have to set financial goal, smart financial goal setting. So that means you have to what? Educate yourself about financial literacy, know exactly what are assets, what are liabilities, stock, shares, familiarize yourself with everything that has to do with money so that you know exactly what to do with your money, right? Understand the smart ways in which to save, know exactly how to stay out of debt, know how to minimize your cost and improve your income. We have talked about improving your income. You have to know exactly how to minimize your income as well, as much as possible. So you need goal setting, you need financial literacy, you need what? Communication, interpersonal relationship. All these are skills of the business of teaching, right? And there is the skills for the business. These are the skills for the business. There are skills of the business, which is the teaching, the ability to communicate meaning to students and help them get out of whatever dilemma that they are. But how you now sell that product to those that will pay you apart from your students is also skills of the business. So there is the business of your skill that you have not yet learned. So, and that's why continuous development is not an option for you, right? You've got to be intentional about quitting your present financial status in order for you to move up. So there are quite a number of people that have changed their life by what? Considering the things that I've shared with you. So if this makes some sense to you, let me know in the comments. So, but I believe that this will go a long way to help you. I just thought to share these thoughts with you very early this morning, and I hope this really helps. Thank you. Until I see you again. God bless you.